Alrighty. Do you have a thing? You know, that thing that you got really obsessed over, that you spent a bunch of time in your childhood doing, and then out of nowhere, you stopped? A thing that still kind of haunts you when you're going into a Saturday and you have some free time? Mine's drawing. So I grew up watching the Gorillas, Treasure Planet, reading the Edge Chronicles, watching Samurai Jack, and one day I realized I want to draw. I would draw all the illustrations from favorite books, and I started getting better. Right as I was starting to get good and build confidence in it, my family did a big move overseas. With a huge cultural difference, my life became way more about building skills to fit in than about building my drawing skill. And so drawing just faded away. When it came time for college, I played with ideas of basically anything that was slightly drawing adjacent. I just realized that I wasn't good at it. It wasn't a smart thing to do. I chose mechanical engineering solely because there was computer-aided drawing in it. Even though I wasn't super passionate about engineering, I basically grinded through that degree and eventually ended up landing in software engineering, which I actually love. I always thought that once I had a job and no homework, I would pick up drawing again. When I first got my adult job in software engineering, I was like, hell yeah, I can finally draw. And I started drawing after work. But then I wanted to hang out with my roommates at the time, and then I wanted to find a girlfriend, and then I found a girlfriend, and then I wanted to get better at my job so I could get a better job. The time filled up, and drawing once again faded into the background. Years passed, and every year I would think I was going to forget about drawing. And every year it lingered as this slight guilt that haunted all my free time. It's this slight inconsistency in who I believe I am and who I actually am. Earlier in 2024, I heard something by Alex Hormozy. In one generation, you'll be dead. In two, no one will even remember who you were. So why do you care what other people are thinking? I had obsessed over my life about doing the smart thing, about finding the secret rules that everyone else was following for success. In doing so, I neglected my conscience. I neglected that little voice in the back of my head that was telling me to do stuff. When I look back through my life, I always cared more about the animators of my favorite TV shows than the CEOs of my favorite startups. I always noticed and was moved more by the drawings and the animations than I did about the code or about the technologies at my favorite companies. I always ignored these instincts because I was not meant for art, because I'm not an artist. I felt like an imposter. Actually, that voice is what will enable me to actually get better at it. I'm done doing the smart thing. And that's why in 2025, I'm gonna be doing something different. I'm gonna be prioritizing that childhood dream. Here's what that looks like. I've found the most controllable time of my day is actually the morning, because if you do stuff in the evening, you're tired after work and things will always pop up. If you are insecure about something, you will always sacrifice that thing before everything else. To counteract that, I'm gonna be doing it first. I will be waking up at 5:30 a.m. every single day of 2025 and drawing for an hour and 15 minutes. Now this should actually get me 456 hours over the course of 2025. 4% towards that notorious 10,000 hours. So I'm going to be following the curriculum from soloartcurriculum.com. This is a combination of a bunch of the really popular art curriculums on YouTube. I'll be sharing as much of the process as I can and what has worked and didn't work along the way. If this resonates with you at all, if you have a thing, and it doesn't have to be drawing, if there's been something nagging at you for years, take this video as a sign that maybe it's time to start. Let's find out who we become by following our own conscience and not just doing the smart thing. Anyway, like and subscribe for more, and I'll catch you next time.